Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious and easy pasta. You're going to start off with about 400 to 500 grams of flour. I would recommend 500 grams and then just add gradually. Now I'm going to do the Italian version where you dump them on a surface and then you make like a small little hole with the side of the bowl, and then you're going to add 5 eggs into this. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna do this by hand, but you can definitely do this in a stand mixer bowl. If you're gonna do it in a stand mixer, just don't add the full amount of flour to it. I would really recommend starting with like 300 grams of flour and then add gradually, because it really depends on how big your eggs are. And then you're just gonna whisk. I would recommend with a fork and just add more flour to it until it gets like thicker. And then with a bench scraper, you can like start adding more flour to it. You could also do this with your hands. It's just a lot less messier with a bench scraper. And then I would recommend adding about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and just mix that up. And when you can kind of form it into a dough with your hands, I would recommend scraping the rest of that flour to the side. And then you're gonna kind of feel it with your hands. If it's too wet, add more flour. And if not, then you can just form it into a little ball and let it rest. I would recommend letting it rest for at least 2 hours, or you can also like put it in the fridge or like overnight, just so the gluten relaxes. And the rest of the flour I use to roll it out. Now I'm using my Oklagia, which is a Bosnian rolling pin, but you could just use a normal rolling pin. I just find it works really well with this, and I think the classic Italian way is also with like a long stick kind of. I'm not sure how it is called in Italian. If someone knows it, please tell me. Yeah, and when it gets to about 1 centimeter of thickness, I wrap it around my rolling pin, and I just use my hands to roll it out more and more. You just want to make sure that you flour the surface so it doesn't stick. And when you can kind of see your hand through it, then it's ready, or your desired thickness. It depends a little bit on what shape you want to do. I just really easy, just made some tagliatelle. For the tagliatelle, you're just gonna flour it really well and then like kind of roll it up. I used I cut it in half and then I put them on top of each other, and then I just cut them into little strips. But as I said, you can make anything. You could even make ravioli with it. And yeah, mine were super long. It was really cool eating pasta that way. You have these long noodles. And this amount I think is good for about 4 to 5 people. Depends on how much you eat. But yeah. Me and my husband, we're 2 persons, and we ate both these on 2 separate nights. To use them, just salt the water, and then you're just gonna boil them for about 1 minute or 2.